London says, since you revisited so many old songs during your recent ICA gigs, will you tend to vary your set list more when you go on tour, Brett?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of tracks that we haven't played for a while, which I think will find their way into set lists. I think things like Hollywood Life from Dogman's Star, We Are the Pigs from Dogman's Star, maybe even He's Gone from Head Music, all sounded really good live.
Patrick in Belfast says, just wondering where the inspiration for The Living Dead and My Dark Star came from.
The Living Dead was written about a friend of mine who was a cocaine addict and his boyfriend, and they overdosed on cocaine and died of AIDS. It's a true story about them. My Dark Star was one of those songs that I don't really know what it's about, to be honest. It's one of those songs from the recesses of my mind that I don't know. I can't really answer that.
After being the band that we all know kick-started the Britpop movement, and the music scene moved away from grunge and into Britpop, do you still feel as a band now as significant as you did in 1993?
I think the funny thing is that I kind of look back on it and I wonder, I don't hear that many bands that actually sound like us. I don't think that there are a lot of bands who kind of ripped off the way we sounded. I think the kind of band that we are and were, and I think the ambition and I don't know, kind of just the openness and the universality and the songwriting of the band. I think that's kind of more influential now. The only thing is that there's thousands of bands doing it. It's difficult to remember that when we first started out that you're kind of like average British independent band was kind of happy just to play in London and not sell any records and not really reach anyone. I think that what's happened in the 10 years since we've been around is that the kind of blueprint for being an independent band and British guitar band has been kind of taken up by virtually everyone. So it's kind of, I feel that we're totally influential in that way, but I think we're probably surrounded by a lot more bands who are like us than we were then.
We're so short of time now, so just time for maybe 2 or 3 more questions. Stick with you for this one,
When
man.
you come to band.
Ian in Cambridge says, at the moment Suede are almost at their peak. I believe there's still a lot more to come from the band, but how do you think you can reach that peak?
I think by trying to do something that's different for us as well. You know what I mean? I kind of, there's a lot of bands I see around us who have found a little niche and are quite happy to stick to it. And my ambitions for Suede are the exact opposite, to be honest. That we do something that we don't expect and that people who like the band don't expect.
Brett, David in Norwich says, there were plans to re-release the first 3 albums with loads of bonus tracks made available for the very first time. But then that was scrapped when you'd finished as a label. Are there any plans to revive the idea?
No plans that I know of.
Would you like to?
Well, the thing is, most of the sort of really interesting stuff, archive stuff, is actually included on the new single on Attitude. There's stuff from various sessions from I think the earliest one is '94. So I don't really see there's a huge amount of point, to be honest.
But you might do that more in the future on singles, maybe.
I think we've cherry-picked the best stuff.
Yeah, that's what
Definitely.
I'm saying. Yeah, most of the good stuff has actually been out now, I think.
I think
No Jeff stuff.
You don't want to hear that. I'll tell you what.
Only people who were in Brett's bedroom in kind of...
It's pretty rare. There was a demo tape hanging around, wasn't there?
Yeah.
We recorded a demo tape with a couple of tracks.
But luckily no one seems to
Oh,
have found
I
it. There's probably some kind of Hayward Heath Phil Spector sitting on it somewhere,
It's probably
isn't there?
sitting in someone's bedroom and it's probably worth quite a lot of money.
Rich, Stephen in Fife says, what for you is the definitive Suede song? This is not your favourite Suede song, but what's the definitive Suede
The
song?
definitive Suede song, oh my
Represents the
god.
band
I've got to answer that 'cause I think it's Trash. I think Trash is the Suede anthem. I think the lyrics to Trash. The song was actually written about the band and automatically applied to the fans as well.
So would you go along with that, Richard?
Yes.
Got to the boss there.
Go on, disagree with it.
Yes,
Disagree
how long
with
we
it.
got? Yeah, 10 seconds.
Say that the boss says. Do you guys get upset at any time when Brett is so much the front man and
Deeply.
so much the big showman?
Brett, can we answer this?
Yes, you can.
Not at all. It's kind of, I mean, the weird thing is that the position of kind of being in a band and not being a lead singer is quite a nice one. Because people who know you and people who are interested in you tend to be fans of the band. People who fucking hate Suede know Brett. You know what I mean? And he kind of gets a lot of the kind of the stuff that we don't have to deal with. It's quite a nice deal not being kind of the front guy.
Very diplomatic. Very well done there.
Was that okay?
Last question comes from Terminator, and it's to Brett. Do you want to say something with your art, or just entertain?
I don't think I would have bothered if it was just if I'd have just wanted to entertain. The people that go on Pop Idol just want to entertain. I think that great bands are that precarious mixture between education and entertainment. You're educating your audience at the same time while you're entertaining them. I think you've got to strike the balance between the two. I don't think the person who asked that would be interested in this band if they were just entertainers.
Done with an incredible degree of success over just over 10 years now.
Mm.
The single's out this week. It's called Attitude, and the album, the singles collection, is out on the 20th of October. We are completely out of time. So thank you very much to Matt, to Rich and Brett.
Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks for your questions.
Thanks for logging on and thanks for joining us. You can actually, if you joined late, you can actually listen again to the whole of the web chat tonight and read all about it as well on the Six Music website, and that's at bbc.co.uk/sixmusic. Once again, thank you very much for being here, guys. Do you have one final word for everyone that's been listening and watching tonight? Matt?
Goodbye.
It's a good last word. Rich?
Take care.
And Brett?
Yeah, you know, everyone who's
What one word?
No, I'm going to take your.
And
No, I'm just saying, you know, thanks a lot for caring.
all right. Thank you very much. Thanks to Suede. Thank you.